Hello? Hello, kids, can you hear me? Why isn't my mouth moving? Fig Newton, we'd love to see it. You should be able to hear me, but my mouth isn't moving. Let me get rid of myself, and then I'm going to bring myself back up. I was talking up a storm as well. I remember to unmute myself in stream. It was like my... Oh, why are you... Hello. There we go. Hahaha. Easy peasy. Okay. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I said hi to everybody. Tony said the intro music slaps. I was asking, did anybody know what it was from? What horrendous abominations might we see today? JJ is back, of course. I want pictures of past abominations. Ideal. Excelente. Okay. So I was just saying, God, my scroll is so slow for some reason. We had like a real human base guy, then guys that dealt me psychic damage, and then coffee machine skunks, and then a giraffe that spelt out of the letters that spelled giraffe, and then whatever this could turn into, and then banana lizards, and rocks with no concept at all, and then these rock ghost haunted house, and a Ryu Pleurodon. Maybe just the music a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. Just a teeny tiny little bit. How's everybody doing? What day is today? It's Friday. The weekend's coming up. I'm going for a hike on Sunday. I have a short came out today, and a short is coming out tomorrow, just to promote the Paradox video. So, obviously, if you've already seen it, that's why. Sunday as well is also the 1st of October, and you can absolutely expect Halloween content from me. In both video form and short form. And I think so far for Halloween, I have done like... I know there's definitely 39 fake man that I've conceptualized and drawn somewhat. I think 23 I've rendered. But yeah, it's gonna be insane. You got a Community Day Oktoberfest coming up tomorrow. Awesome. I went to an Oktoberfest thing like I think it was last week. Or was it this week? I feel like it was last weekend. I think it was Friday or Saturday. And I got very drunk. It was a good time. So, Ryu Pleurodon. I was thinking we can just combine like a Leo Pleurodon with a dragon, because Ryu means dragon. I'm not already going to dwell on it, because this is one that's based off of a old design. Or not an old design, it's based off a third-party character. It is still early where I live right now, so I'm not quite awake, but I always find that this is the best time for me to stream, because it gets it out of the way, and then I can do the rest of the day. Not that it's getting it out of the way, but like, I find it's easier to like be productive first thing in the morning, because streaming is so like improvised, whereas everything else I'm working on, I already know what I'm doing. So I can kind of just like autopilot through the rest of it. I'm going to try doing Inktober this year. Awesome. I've never done it with just like black and white in like just with ink, which I know is like sacrilegious, but sure, look, if it gets a drawing, that's all that matters. I don't know if to do Faketober because of school. I mean, you could do like, you don't have to do every day. I feel like that's a trap that people get stuck into, where it's like, I'm doing a monthly art challenge, I need to do a thing every day. It's like, you can just do like you can do one picture for the month. You can do, oh, I might do one every Saturday, you know, or I might combine 2 prompts into one day or something. The only pressure for those challenges is on you. It's the pressure you put on yourself. So this, let me turn on the turn up the opacity so we can actually see what we're looking at. This is Spizard, which is the stand-in for Scyther. And I'm just looking for my old DeviantArt post. Some of you might recognize this in like a roundabout way. It's funny because what I was looking for actually just popped up without me even really searching for it. Which number is this? I want to say it's like 123. Fake man 123. Okay. So what did I say about this on DeviantArt? That's that one X-Men character. It does kind of look like Beast and Nightcrawler and a lot of them stuck together. So for this, I've written down, sorry, but recently I've little to no motivation. It's not that I've run out of ideas, I just can't get myself to draw them, and I'm not drawing anything nowadays. This was like 2014 DBS, admitting that he had burnout, but not understanding what that means. Because now I would just say, yeah, I have burnout, deal with it while I don't draw anything. Because I think I was doing like a few of these every day back when I was doing them. So this is Spizard. It's a combination of Spike and Lizard. It's not a very original name. But it had been redesigned. And then I used the redesign for, I suppose, like, the first video into the relaunch of Dead Bedspread, I guess. Because there are like two eras of the channel for me. One is like when I... Well, okay, there's three. There's like pre-Pokemon, which is just a minefield of whatever. Then there's like I get into Pokemon, which is 2017, 2018, 2019. And I'm doing like Nuzlocke, I'm doing the Fakemon review, I'm doing whatever else I was doing at that time. And then the second era is when I came back. I took like time. That first era ended when I like did the videos where I was like going through the Pokedex where I showed my face. And then I consider like the second phase to begin where in 2020 when I had like the avatar with the tall hair, and my video to come back in was like the collab I did with Neck Punch where we made Pokemon based off animals that hadn't been turned into them yet. So basically Spizard's redesign was Eyesore. And me and Neck Punch both kind of cheated and didn't tell each other. Because Neck Punch's Horny Devil was also just a fake mon that he repurposed for the challenge. As was mine, which is part of the reason why I picked the animal. But I also did pick the wrong animal. Hang on, I need to turn up my tolerance here. Because Photoshop can be kind of smelly, you know? Also, I do need to post about the stream on Twitter, so you'll have to bear with me for a second. So, like, I think maybe the spikes could be toned down a bit, but, like, honestly, this is pretty good, yeah? Probably doing Skid and Pump Pokemon. Are those the prompts? For Faketober? How do you guys decide on which prompt list to use? Because I know the last few times I did it, I've always just used what subjectively Jack has made. Just because I feel me and Jack have very similar... I don't know the exact word, but like... visual interests, I guess. Which I can confirm a little bit more since collaborating with them, which is fucking crazy whenever I think about it. What am I doing? Okay, I need to go on Twitter. But yeah, this is a reptile that just shoots lasers out of its eyes. It's literally quite simple, but I don't think it necessarily needs anything more. I'm atoning for the sins of my past. Or I am once again. Okay, perfect. So, some Halloween dudes of Senor Pelo. I know who Senor Pelo is. Only suggestion I was give is to repurpose the old one's color palette for the shiny. Oh, yeah, of course. That was a thing that I was, like, kind of... I wasn't adamant on it, but every redesign I had done in 2020, all of the shinies were just, like, the colors of these. But then, like, when I got to kind of redesigning these koalas, which are now, like, Komala variants, there's no reason the shiny should look like this. Yeah. So, going forward, it's like very rarely will the shinies kind of be like a throwback to the Pokedex, like the Pokedex Gen... I can't say Gen. Version 1, I guess. Anyway. I was going to make it all Sheffies, but many prompts are already done. I'll be some lizards since all my starters being dragon types. All three of them are part dragon. I guess it makes sense, because dragon resists all the starter types, and they're just good against each other through being dragon types. Anyway. What the fuck is this? Out tuning in during lunch. What happened? There's a weird man right here, and I have no idea what he is. Can anybody tell me what this guy is? What does this character design say to you? Wait, is he see-through? Oh my god, he's totally see-through. He's just on a blue background, so you can't really see it. You can see it in his arms a little bit. What does this character design say to you? What does this infer? What do you get? What feelings stir up within you when you see this guy? This might be the worst name of anything I've ever made. All I can tell you about this guy is that it's pure ice type. And this isn't me withholding information either. That's a Minecraft dude, Iceman, Metopia Music, hello Sea Dragon, Mega Ice Cube. You have to remember that this was like 6 years before Sword and Shield came out. I don't even know how to say that, Kenrick. Some ice entity with 4 arms. 4 arms! Oh, fuck yeah, I didn't even see that. Ice face form. This one's gonna lead a lot. Yeah, so these next 3 are just the biggest nothing burger in existence. So I actually might go through all 3 of them first, so we have an idea of what's even going on. This is literally, like, I think, an Ice Cube-headed superhero. You know, it's weird that I didn't put this in the same ideas thing when I literally had, like, a guy with an Ice Cube for a head. These are my stand-ins for the birds? No. These are my stand-ins for Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. So, the only basis behind this guy is ice. There is nothing else. It is an ice-type man. Then we have Volatary, who, let's see if I said anything about on DeviantArt. What even is a description? Nope. And I said Volatary, Volt plus battery, not my most creative name, but hashtag fuck it YOLO. To tell you how long ago this is. That YOLO is still in circulation. And it's a man made of batteries. One idea I have is you make the 3 bootleg Power Rangers. Oh, of course. I will literally take any suggestions for these 3, just because there's nothing to do. I've nothing. So then I'm gonna head over here, because it just so happens that the layers get divided. And where would you even be located? This fucking this fucking guy. Who is this? But did I have anything written in labels for these? No. Okay, of course not. No, I might just position this guy over with the other 2, so I actually can kind of work on all 3 of them at the same time. Forbidden Duracell. Bro's been like Johnny Brave. Let me see what information I have about him. So the deal with this guy is that it has water absorb as its ability. And that's it. Pure fire type. There's nothing else to go off. Bootleg Power Rangers based on the legendary birds. I feel like Power Rangers based on the legendary birds has been done before. But also I don't want to base any... Oh, hang on. Okay. Hold that thought. Because what I need to do is... We're gonna head over here. I'm gonna put you there. Just so we kind of have, like, a visual representation of the 3 of them at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I think the Legendary Dogs battle theme is very overrated. I'm not a fan of it. I know. Shoot me. I also kind of think the same thing about Ultra Necrozma's theme, which people have slated me for. I think part of me not liking Ultra Necrozma's theme is all the fucking... That's Ultra Necrozma, bro! And it's thumbnail and eyes wide, facing 2 different directions, hands on head. Oh my god, this theme's epic! Like, fucking just calm down. Just take a chill pill. Also, I'm drinking Coke. What else? Okay, so... Because... Oh yeah, the names. This is Furnaboil over here. So like Furnace Boil. So... Whole like water absorb. It's not even like turbine, it's just furnace. You don't throw water in a furnace. Ibukagem is literally Mega Cube backwards. Or a Bukagem, or whatever you wanted to call it. That is how little effort came in. Change the decision to find out the theme varies based on the trio member. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that, but I don't remember like the difference. All I know is Suikun's on Suikun is very like glittery, but the other two I kind of just hear as being the same. It's just, I think it's kind of the same thing as like how Zekram, Reshiram, and Kyurem all have like different themes, but it's literally like the Kyurem's though actually has a lot of like bass in it, which is it's like like it's really really funky. And then just Kyurem and or fucking Zekrom and Reshiram have like in the interim have like electric noises or fire noises. So I was initially thinking I don't want them to kind of be referencing or having relationships to Pokemon that don't exist in this region. But I mean, there's loads of like regional fakes already. So I could make them like regional fake. Or just like legendary bird-esque Power Rangers, I guess. Is one idea. I just feel like it's been done is the only thing. Because like the other thing that came to mind is like what if I based them on the beetles that were named after the legendary birds? But I know for a fact that someone in the server has done that already. And it's not saying that I can't do something like that. Because it's like, do I want to keep like... I always want to try and keep... I thought you meant the Beatles. I had a feeling when I was saying it. But it's just like... Because these are such like nothing burger designs, I think the only detail I can keep from them is like man-shaped. Maybe they be based on different animals for the land, sea, and the sky. But what's the concept beyond that? You know? It's like, yeah, I could have an ice type walrus, an electric type bird, and a fire type horse. But it's like, what is it? What is it beyond that, you know? What am I forgetting to draw? Kind of works like the weather trio and still kind of plays with the Power Ranger concept. Oh, so they're still Power Rangers, but they're like not. All I know is they are a trio. Also, I'm gonna say it, Moltres is one of the fucking worst Pokemon designs ever made. Galarian Moltres was the glow up of eternity. Hello there, funny Irishman. Hello, Luke. I was literally just talking about you. I feel like I think it was you who did the legendary bird beetles on the server. Basically, I have these man-shaped elemental guys with literally no concept, and we're trying to figure out what to do for them. Because the reason I'm thinking bug type is just because Sentai, the Sentai genre. Is it Sentai? Is that what Power Rangers are? It's very like it's like very bug based. Like they all have like exoskeletons and like the antenna and the heads, and like bugs are very heroic in like Japanese lore, I guess, or like mythology. Google it. Google what? I know it's been memes about it, but Cantonian Moltres really is a sentient rubber chick. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. That's Kamen Rider. Do the Power Rangers not have any sort of antenna? I mean, they look fucking identical. They just don't have the antenna. I'm based on the bugs that were Lime, why are you saying hentai? I made mine based on the bugs that's where I'm stroking out. Okay, hang on. I made mine based on the bugs that were named after the Kanto legendary birds. Yes, I remember that. So it's like, all I know about these three is like, there needs to be some sort of connection. But like not, but it's also like, because Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar already exist. And is the Vladimir guy using a jumping rope? No, that wasn't the intention. But I do see it. It's just like electricity connects to the feet, and then the feet connect to the other feet, and then those connect back to the arms. And I want to say that's like the second design that just openly uses like electricity. This Dex is very like, how do I communicate the types? It's electric type, have electricity. All three of these guys also got connected as being yokai, that's what it is. Ice Cube Superhero Evo. Yeah, I'm like, because I could also, I know I said I didn't want to do it. There's also like, I could do like fake Ella Mag Jinx, you know, where I make Jinx like a cat and call it Lynx or something, you know, just something silly. But at the same time, I don't want to be, because if I kind of mute the opacity on this a bit, all these blue ones, hang on, I need to even turn off the drawings here. All the blue ones are like regional fakes or like convergence. And I think it's like 10 lines, maybe? Or it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it's getting close to 10. And I feel like I might be using it as a crutch too much. Where it's like, hey, I'm redesigning these Pokemon. It's like, no, they just get fucking turned into just Pokemon that exist, you know? So it's like, I feel like some of them, if I do it for all of them, it gets a bit unfaithful. Power Generator. Big Fists like Electivires. Yeah, but it's like, then it's just Electivire again, you know? Why do they have to be connected? That's the thing. Because, like, why do they have to be connected? I guess because in the original, I also had them be connected. Because there was always, like, the relationship with Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. Jinx has always been the loose pair. But Electabuzz and Magmar were version exclusives, which is why they're connected. And then they all got all three of them got a pre-evolution at the same time. And then they all got an evolution at the same time, except Jinx. But even the item that evolves them is called, like, the start of their name, Arizer. So, like, Magmarizer, Electorizer. Like, these two are connected, and by these two I mean Electabuzz and Magmar. So it's like, and also the three of these have literally no fucking concept outside of, I want to do the ice electric fire thing. Jinxerizer. What if? You can't quote me. Electorizer, Magmarizer, Ludicrous. That's one of my favorite subtle jokes, where I just show a picture of Ludicrous's face for like half a second. Jinx is replaced by Glare and Mr. Mime. I don't think so. It is weird. I know why they haven't given it an evolution, because then they have to like pay attention to it. But it's just like, just redesign. Hey, Jinx is such a fucking mess of a design. It's hip spikes. I don't know if you guys saw the Subjectively video where they like redesigned Pokemon. I know it's like it's an artistic expression more than anything. Because I was like, Jack, you should call it like fix, just to like annoy people. But it's like nobody thought they were fixing anything, you know. It's like, it's just a fun exercise and art or whatever. But the Jinx redesign Ron did, I'm like, why couldn't we just have that, you know? They've redesigned Pokemon before. Like, in Gen 1, it's insane how much shit changed within that one gen. It's like, can we please just get shit redesigned, like, once in a while? A Velma Jinx called Jinxies. I just feel like there's a lot of, like, potential for Jinx to become something cool. And then if it evolves, it's just a weird middle stage, you know? And then you don't have to worry about it anymore, because you're like, oh, Jinx, ew, but you're like, no, it evolves, it's fine. The more I look at Jinx 6, the more I look... Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking. Because if you look at original Jinx sprites, it looks like it's the dress trailing behind it. And then I'm like, oh, it was a weird mistranslation into 3D. Or, like, I don't know when they started. But then it's like, but it was always made by Game Freak. They should know their own creation, you know? I'd understand if they outsourced it to, like, somebody else and they misread it. But it's like, they made the original sprites already. And the art and all that jazz. Someone never noticed the spikes. Oh, they're awful. Once I learned about them, I don't know when specifically I did, but once I fucking noticed them, I was like, this is horrendous. If Jinx is your favorite Pokemon, you need to reevaluate your priorities. Anyway. Santa's Jinx episode, it didn't... Yeah, but it also had other design problems. Anyway. So it's either these two are connected or they become three completely new things. If that makes sense. Or is there a different kind of... So like Onis and stuff. Is it okay to say that that's like mythology? Or is there like a different term for like Onis and the other thing I can't remember the name of? Yokai. Maybe making them different types of clouds. Pyrocumulus or fire, thundercloud. Ooh, okay, that's a nice idea. Because speaking of pyrocumulonimbus, I was under one for the past while. And I saw it forming. And it looked like a volcano going off. It was really cool. Well, as cool as that can be. Ooh. Okay. Here's a weird one. Because I have a Pokemon based on a storm cloud already. And it's also like a snowstorm cloud. Mix the only cloud concepts, that would just be the genies. So it's what if they're Sentais but they look like the genies? But then the types don't match. But I'm like... Oh, somebody in the comments of the Paradox video was like, what if the future Paradox... What if the genies were future Paradoxes? And they had like a... Just like a human form. And then they had their... And they're incarnate in their Tyrian form. But they could switch between them like a transformer. And I was like, that's the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard. So I'd love to animate that when I get a hot minute and inspiration. So I'm gonna grab Nimbat just to. It's like I don't know if other Fakemon I've made should dictate what I can and can't do in this. Say the 29th. Okay, I have to do some vocal recording tomorrow. I have a lot of scripts ready to go. I think you guys are gonna really like what I'm doing for Halloween. I have 2 different avatars as well. So it's gonna be a good time. I've done so much art this past few weeks getting ready for Halloween. More so than I've done like all summer. What am I looking for again? Oh yeah, I'm looking for Nimbat. Where are you? I showed Nimbat off in the electric video. So some of you guys might recognize it from that short. It's quite literally a cloud. So part of me is like, could I repurpose Nimbat into like this progression? Because Nimbat is ice electric. And then I'm like, if I just repurpose Nimbat and its evolution, could I give it like a branched evolution where it becomes like fire? Can Pyro... What is it? Pyro... What the fuck is the name of this cloud? it's such a long word as well. Pyrocumulus. Okay. Because I was going to confidently say that Pyrocumulus can't make snow. And I was right, but I just needed to fact check it in case I was wrong. Could you loyal 3? They have strong color that isn't associated with their type. Like Okidogi, I thought it was poison grass. I don't... See, that... I feel like that then is just like... This Pokemon is green, so it must be grass type. There's nothing about Okidogi that reads as a grass type outside of like the color green. Because like Okidogi's a fighting type because he's like so big and buff, and then Munkidori's a psychic type because he's got a big head. And then Pheasantipity's fairy because it's so like glamorous, yeah. And then they're all poison because of the poison chain. DBS sleeps for a whole year when he tries. Halloween gives me life. It's insane. It might be because it's Irish. I don't know. Looking forward to my dude. Your Halloween content is awesome. We love to see it. I'm trying to outdo myself with my crazy So if I succeed or not remains to be seen. I think it'll at least be on par with it. I already did a concept, so it's seeming very cool. It could be Cloud that is split Evo. Yeah, I'm like... Could it be like an Eevee for clouds? See, because obviously I do have an Eevee stand-in, but the Eevee stand-in is interesting as well, you know? It has a different twist. But it still evolves into 3 different types. Could I say like Eevee? The thing about Nimbat though is I like the icicle, the kind of lightning bolt shaped icicles. Oh, the audio is stuttering? How are we feeling about audio, guys? Is it me that's stuttering? Is it the music? Is it both? Both? I'm gonna listen to myself. I'm gonna listen to myself. Oh wait, hang on, I made a feedback loop. Audio's good. Okay, just let me know if it happens again. Because ideally... There was an issue with the microphone at the beginning of stream. But let me know if it's me specifically. Could be one normally, one unnatural split that becomes a fire cloud. Yeah. Because then this way it could be like... Oh, guys, we drew on the wrong layer. What else is new? So it could be like... but here's the issue about making it Nimbat. I already have a bat. Yeah. I feel like these... I feel like a weather Eevee. Kind of like a cast form that can, but it can evolve, if that makes sense. Should be some sort of aliens. Oh, like, what the hell are the clouds that make, tornadoes? Supercells. Like, I'm sorry. That's a freaky looking... That's cryptic. See, I think there could definitely be like the alien imagery, you know? Yeah, it's like, do we like the idea of one, like a Tyrogue almost? Where there's like 3 split evolutions. Aliens. Oh, but see then... I'm sure that these guys... Yeah, these guys are aliens now. Yeah, so it's... Like, I don't want to be treading on the same ground again. Like a Dust Devil. Not a Dust Devil. Because a Dust Devil is not a cloud. And I might even be completely faithful with cast form and not have a sandstorm form at all. Go over leveling up with Nursery Weather. That's what I'm thinking. But is it 3 separate unrelated clouds, or is it 3 clouds that evolved from one thing? What's a diamond dust devil? Like a snow twister? It's not a thing that I can see that exists. No, it's not a thing. Okay. No, because see, a tornado isn't clouds. A tornado is wind. That just pulls clouds into it. I think definitely doing like a pyrocumulus is cool. Would the evils be like Toxtricity and Lycanroc being the same monster? Full habits. See, they have different types, is the thing. So it's like, is it like one mon now, but just it has different? Is it okay? Is it like Eevee, or is it like Burmy? I want to say Burmy. So, you know, you have 3 Wormadam forms. They can't change between them, but they're all different types. Whereas Eevee evolves into like 3 genetically different things. And I feel like if I do Burmy, it's... So let's say it's like Burmy cast form. Conceptually. I think yeah, I think we're getting good places now. I needed pictures of Spider-Man yesterday. I need Spider-Man. Spider. Okay, that's my fun for today. Burr form. Cast me. Cast Furby. Okay, let's head on down to the next row. Let's get all these condensed into 7th row references. That's insane. Guys, we're so close. I need a cast form. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. And I know that cast form is the same principle where it's like condensation, clouds, weather. But it's insane that the generation that introduced weather with sandstorms didn't make a sandstorm cast form. You know? Insanity. Anyway. What kind of labels do we have here? Okay, we can look at these in a minute. So we're going to get up the next row. Just to make things easier to see, I'm going to turn off a few rows above us. I'm going to zoom right in. We're going to kind of deal with these one at a time. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Actually, you know, I think these next 2 are pretty easy. Well, one is, because we just did it. Just gonna say C last row. Cast me. Ideally, I'd prefer it to be its own name. But Yeah, I think it's going to be a Wormadam situation where it's just one thing that evolves into another thing, but with different types. Like Skyburmy. Scurvy. The thing next to the fire dude is rad, but not as a Pokemon. Exactly. So... Oh, gee. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw what was next to it. Okay. The thing that's next to this is fucking awful. But I have a really funny concept for it. I forgot he was there. Okay. So, this is... Let me see, can I get up the DeviantArt post for it? Because just for like spoilers and stuff, I've hidden a lot of my old DeviantArt posts. Just because I was like planning to do the Fake Mon review properly, and then I was like, I didn't want people going and spoiling themselves. And then people were like, oh no, you deleted stuff. And I'm like, I didn't delete it, it's in storage. I can still access it. Okay, this says, this is quite possibly one of my favorite Fake Mon ever. It attacks using its back, so its front side is facing its trainer. And its name is Manly Bird. Because here's the thing, kids. What the US calls ladybugs, Europe, I don't know if it's all of Europe, calls ladybirds. So, the idea was just like a very aggressive ladybird, whatever you call it. And it was like, masculine energy, blah, blah, blah. And then the idea was like, it opens its shell and there's like a flower with vines inside it. And also, there's just a few things that are like, not working here. And it's like, it's a late, like, where are the spots? You know? But I do have a fun concept in mind for this. Conceptually, it's already pretty solid. So the kind of idea is like it'd be like if you're fighting, like this is it looking at you. It attacks by facing backwards. It's like Turtonator a bit. I like the idea of a manly ladybird. Yeah, I feel like it's a fun twist on like a just like a gendered name in nature. Flowers with two flowers. The flower has like no concept, is the thing. I don't know where the type comes from because it's a grass bug type. So one idea I had was like, what if we? Because he's a big man and he's completely like stereotypical man, and man is like, I like guns. So I'm like, we can do like the ladybird spots. What if they're also like cannons? Thing is, I feel this is like, is this kind of stepping on Blastoise territory? Or is it still its own thing? And then if it's like, if it's grass type, like these could be like seeds. Yeah. So they're GMX Blastoise. I don't think it's literally GMX Blastoise. GMX Blastoise is a turtle. What if the ladybird spots could be like Chikorita's necklace? I think they are doing ladybirds. But the spots are also spikes. Like it's punk rock. Okay, I feel like the primary. I hate when I zoom in and out at a set ratio and it doesn't zoom me back into what I was zoomed in at. It's a really specific issue and it really annoys me. I think it needs spots. Or, okay, I feel like the name pun is like solid. But if the name pun is, if it's staying like manly bug or manly bird, it needs spots. Because it's a fucking ladybird. Refer to the wacky plants. But I don't know what the... the flower even is the thing. Yeah, nope. Horses have big snouts and hooves, and crocodiles short snouts and spikes along the back, and Fuecoco is a horse, and horses, and yeah, and this song will forever be burned into my memory, because one time I did a shitpost, and the whole internet took it seriously. Anyway. Hello, Personian. Seeing this Helico's one of my Dex redesigns. Because great minds think alike. Maybe it's just me, but this design feels like it should have evolved from something. That is true. What number is this? And what is it an XP of? This is my stand-in for Pincer. Interestingly. It is hyper complicated is the thing. I've lost my live stream. So far the stream, we looked at clouds. That's pretty much it. This is like the first... the last three were all kind of connected. And so they're all becoming like a Burmy cast form style weather trio. Which I'm kind of looking forward to doing. Why flower? Why grass? I just don't understand, you know? Because if it's like the gun concept, it's like, you know, these can open and it's just like blammo, you know, like I feel like it can definitely have something under the shell, but it's just cordyceps in ladybirds. Oh, I feel like being a grass bug type though, then kind of it's like this just parasect again, if it's parasitic. What if you combine the wings with the Rafflesia? Oh, and he's just like a fucking corpse ladybird. Yeah, because Rafflesia... See, I think the problem is now Vileplume is so close. Oh, but see, it does have spots in it. And he's like, oh, I'm a man because I kill things and I smell like a corpse. Yeah. Hey, Jojo Stan Beetle. I don't watch Jojo. But also, I do like to try and avoid using like direct references. A habit. I don't think it needs a habit yet. I think we need a design first, and then we can figure out personalities. I could make it a really buff... Oh my god. Oh, okay, hang on. I just had a really stupid idea. I hate it. I have to use my scroll wheel. Thank you for now sending me an email that this live stream is live YouTube over an hour. Over an hour that I'm into it. Okay, I need to turn that down to 25. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking this is a shitpost right now, but that'd be so lord. It's just the guy in his head is just like a ladybug shell. Gosh damn, dude, I'm losing my mind. I'm also just gonna turn off everything after this. There we go, so I can zoom out in peace. Without spoiling the freak of nature that's next to us. I don't know, I really like the cannon idea. But it's like... Okay, because let's take a look at like... Because the two Pokemon that come to mind with having like things in their back are like G-Max Blastoise and Turtonator. Also, I'm just gonna say it. G-Max Blastoise looks fucking awesome. Make this Leon's ace. And Turtonator. Because I guess my argument would be Blastoise never had cannons like on its back. They were always like front facing. Okay, yes, the cannons are technically on its back, but they always faced forward. So it's like, is G-Max Blastoise not like doing Turtonator? Yeah. Maybe its shell is like Riot Shields. See, I think we're getting too complicated. Where it's like, the Ladybird is an exoskeleton, and it's actually a device used by a sentient alien flower that's infected the lore, and it's a policeman, and it's like. Sometimes I'm like, what if the Ladybird just shot bullets? The can idea could work with another type of beetle, Bombardier beetle, but like it can. Why can't it work with this? It can also be a reference to a Bombardier beetle because it's like it's overly manly and men use guns and like I feel like it being like hyper aggressive fits like the. I was gonna say toxic masculinity, and then I'm like, what if I made a poison type? And it was like, I have way too many fucking poison types. And even if we want to keep it grass, these can be seeds. You know? So it can be like a manly Bombardier beetle ladybird that shoots seeds out of like the spots on its back. The flower band, it does, and there is no reason for it. There is no reason why it exists. Hello, Gipster. What's going on? What if it looks manly? Oh yeah, I think that's the point where it's like it looks like macho aggressive and it has like. I don't think I ever intended for this thing to be like a dickhead, but it just has like a really aggressive look for like a ladybird. Because you like compare this to like Ladybird or Beetle actually is a hyper fucking scary ladybird. Like I don't feel like it's like, oh, you can't do this because it's literally G-Max Blastoise. It's like, it's not literally G-Max Blastoise. And it's like, if you name... Okay, let's look at anything else we've done here. Okay. If I look at, like, a bear trap, it's like, okay, you've Galarian Stunfisk. And then it's like, sure. And then Carnivine is a Venus Flytrap. It's like Galarian Stunfisk's primary move is like Grass type. It's like, I just feel like a lot of people get in the trap of it's like, this already exists, we can't do it. And it's like, but it's so... But if it goes full cannon back, it's still rounded as a Zedger Macho silhouette. I mean, the first one didn't have a Macho silhouette either. And besides, you don't know. It could have the back. And be like, I'm buff as fuck, boy. Because I'm carrying all this all this weight in my back. Do you want to try and out an idea? Go ahead. I'd love to see it. I don't want to incorporate a flower on it. I don't think something existing as Pokemon rules out an idea after all. Exactly. It's like, okay, if it was a turtle. I feel like this is kind of the Torkoal evolution thing again, where it's like, oh, it's just Torterra, and it's like, but it's... That, I feel, is way more, like, quote-unquote, egregious than this. A bunk... Well, yeah, it's a shell. Protect... Like, he fights facing backwards. It's like, if you encounter it in the wild, you see this. And if you're the trainer, you see this. He's like, hello, human. It's me. And that was always the concept. And this existed before these two existed. So, if anything, Game Freak ripped me off. They stole my ideas, is what everybody thinks I said. I don't know what the circle is for. Fuck, I keep zooming in accidentally. Body Dynasty Flower? I don't know. I've no idea. But I feel like we can keep the name and the concept, and then it's like, okay, the flower, because the flower, the concept is that it's a masculine ladybird. And it's just like, that's it. You know? The flower is literally nothing. So it's like, I don't feel the need to keep it. And then if we want to keep it a grass type, it can fire seeds. You know? And then it's like, well, eggs are feminine and seeds are masculine, so... You know, like, then you can tie it in that way. You know? What's up with J.K. Simmons? What do you mean, what's up with him? What do you mean, what's up with me, you little punk? I'm J. Jonah Jameson. I'm looking for pictures of Spider-Man. Spider-Man. If I just kept him there. Where can I put him? How large can I make him without him being obtrusive? Okay. Let me know if that's distracting. He's looking for Spidops, man, of course. Blame me. I feel like it was a lot of people. It started the JJ thing. There's no reason this... Yes. Versalian, you act shocked every time I tell you there's no basis for shit. It's just fucking nothing. Because if we go with the bomb concept, which is honestly my preferred thing. This isn't its new name. That's me just writing that down so I don't write down Bombardier Beetle. It could be bug. Like, we could change the grass type for something. Ladybirds don't do any, like, pollination or anything. Oh, they do! Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, it can still be grass type. And it just fires seeds out as it walks around and it, like, plants trees and shit. I feel like it's... If you had a nickel for every time I did that, you'd fucking die of nickel poisoning. Because for whatever reason in this scenario, you're also eating them. I feel this conceptually is the best I can do with what this is, while also still having it make sense as like a Pokemon design. Because like you have a ladybird. You make it masculine. Masculine doesn't mean buff. It just means like, yeah man, I'm a bro, haha. Gun culture is like a big fucking thing you associate with like hyper masculine fuckers. This guy isn't toxic, so it's like, but we can make the spots on the lady that are already on a ladybird's back into guns. Or like cannons. This thing is already facing away, you know? Then, if we need to tie in the grass type, ladybirds pollinate. This thing can shoot seeds out of the things as its ammunition, you know? A US ladybird. It's like, I just... The flower... Shark, I think you put it perfectly, because you said, Jeez, this was a while ago. Oh, I missed where you said, what if the wings could split into 6 big teeth? Yeah, you said if this... Yeah, you said it's rad, but it's not a Pokemon. And if it was any other franchise, you'd love it. And I feel like that's the issue with the flower. It just doesn't... It's too much. It doesn't... There's no... This is like a weird Monster Hunter boss or something, you know? But it's not a Pokemon. So, like, I feel like we can keep the grass type with the seeds. Or we can just get rid of it, but I'm willing to keep it. And then because it's so bulky, I can also give it thick fat, which makes it less weak to fire. So. And it also is kind of justified because he's a big boy. Or you can just give it like a... Boom. It does... It feels like a Digimon. If it was a man, actually, it would feel more like a Digimon. But Digimon can just be fucking anything. And I'm like... I feel like that makes Digimon less fun. Because there's like no rules. I'm sure there are rules in Digimon. It's just like... very loose. You know? No, I feel... I might be being stubborn on this. But it's just like I feel like this is kind of the best route I can go. Again, this is all just a first pass we're doing. So I'll be coming back to all of them after like my mind resets. And we gotta figure it out. I just looked at the stream layout and I just thought JJ is still massive at the side of the screen. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next one. which is just... If you're an OG DBS, DeviantArt fan, you'll know what this is. Oh, God. Do I need to justify this? Sorry, I'm looking at it and I'm like, can you fucking imagine walking through, like, you exit, like, Fuchsia City, heading east, and this thing is in the grass. My favorite Pokemon, horse with clothes, basic furry horse OC. Make him Fuecoco. It is tempting to do... Oh my god, can I immortalize Fuecoco horse? I know I already kind of did. I don't even know how to spell immortalize. That's one idea, for sure. Let me get up the DeviantArt post. And if it comes to it, I'll find the origin of this. So this is the pure normal type. So this is based on the internet, as well as a movie we made as a college assignment. How interesting, right? Let me see, can I find this? Okay. BoJack Horseman, the fake one. Listen, this was years before BoJack Horseman existed. Actually, I don't know when BoJack Horseman came out. How do you even spell this guy's name? Darren Oss. So I made this when I was 18. Mine is two-legged running horse. I do know the one. I know it very well. Best meme on the internet. Yeah, so Darren Oss is based on the internet as well. It's a movie we made as a college assignment. Its name is I'll grab a screenshot. Just bear with me for a second. And I need to mute this video very quickly because it begins with copyrighted music. You're gonna see some live action DBS, but not in the way you expected. Is there any way to show this off without doxing anyone? Okay. Okay. Here's like the only like full view I could get. So we made a mockumentary in college where I was a horse that just went to college and I went there and I graduated and nobody knew I was a horse. Let's grab anything on it. Who's for hands? Exactly, that footage is from my college assignment, and everybody who... all my friends who like checking on my videos are like, you did not just fucking put that in a YouTube video. So my character's name was Darren Hoss, which is where Darren Oss comes from. So this one is interesting because I did have the rule about not basing it off real people. But one, Darren Oss is a fictional character, and two, it's me. So it's like, I feel like there is a concept we can keep here. So what I wrote in labels was like, what if we did a reverse centaur? So you know how like a centaur is like it has all the horse's limbs and then it has like the human's upper torso. What if it's just like the horse's head on a pair of legs? Which then ties back into the two-legged horse thing the fucking Crystallian mentioned. Maybe it is a ponytail? Yes, do that. And do I make it, and do I allude to Fuecoco in it? That's not his mouth. Yes, Fuecoco. I feel like I could do like a subtle nod. Or it's like maybe just the tufts of hair are the same or something. But I... Do convergence Fuecoco? No. And he's like... Patches. The Mary lead. That's like greedy fucking horse. Oh, but it's a horse's skull. Guys, is this too weird? I'm sure I had lore about this where it was like it runs really fast. There's a comment under this. Somebody saying, I have a feeling I already know which one of the fake man is going to get cut from the new Pokedex. Little do they know, I can make anything work. It's just the front half of a horse? No, I feel like it needs to be... Because I feel like if it's the front half of a horse, it's not a concept. Because if you think about it, the horse is missing its head. If it's a centaur, the horse is missing its head. Human is missing its legs. So the complete reverse of that is a horse's head on human legs. It doesn't need, like, a dick, you know? But I feel like having, like, just these feet under a horse's head is really funny. What's the concept for any of this? Well, what's the concept for a front half of a horse? I gave you concept as reverse centaur, because this is a fucking horseman. You think a horseman, you think a centaur, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, let's reverse it. That's the concept. What real Pokemon is supposed to be in its place? What is after Pinsir? I don't have the Pokedex up. I have a feeling it's like Chansey or something. Oh no, it's Tauros. Okay, so it's hoofed. Oh, that's funny. For some reason, I think it could be giant. Front half of a pantomime horse. So does that mean there's just like another side to it? Where it's like a... I do like the... I like the idea of like a pantomime horse. Because it is... The original is a costume as well, so... But it's like, is there a back half to it? And if that's the case, it would make a... What if it's also based on that weird facet? Oh, that's right! That fucking weirdo. Does anybody have the name for that? I'm just gonna look up two-legged unicorn skeleton. Oh, yeah, okay, came up immediately. These fucking idiots. Paleontology be damned. Who the hell? And it just like stabs you by just running into you. Guys, I think this guy is really fucking charming, I'm not gonna lie. He just like hits a wall and he gets stuck in the wall. The broken pinata thing. Tie into the half panto horse. Oh, so like it's like it's born whole and then a bunch of kids show up and beat the shit out of it. It breaks in half. Or it's like born from a pinata that is searching for the rest of its body. So it's like a regular pinata, but then they break it open. It's like, I am a thing. So I think ghost normal. This could be our new ghost normal type. How does this Pokemon graduate from college? It just keeps running into a wall. I don't feel like that bit is necessary. I was just giving you guys context on what it was based on. Yeah, I think the reverse centaur unicorn skeleton is enough of a concept, to be honest. Maybe the ring could be close to it. I feel like I could definitely do like Coco's like face markings, or like the kind of give it like a craft single somewhere. I'll definitely include some sort of Coco reference. Even if it's like black claws or something. Give it Coco's hair. Yeah, I think yeah, just this bit up here is enough. We'll go with the ghost typing. See, then I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want it to be like too much Coco, because Coco already becomes a ghost. I'm not sold on making it ghost. This fucking kills me. Just like, I'm just like, okay, no, I'm just there. Can't get myself out. Yeah, I want it to be like actually pretty big. So people are like, they see it and they're like, that's not fully evolved, and then they see it in real life and they're like, holy fuck. It's just like, It's like fucking 8 feet tall. Because horses are massive. I don't know if you've ever stood next to a horse, but they're freakily large. Skeleton is huge too. Yeah, fuck, if we even... Like, that's a whole ass door right here. Yeah, I think Reverse Centaur, this skeleton, alludes to front half of Panto Horse. Yeah, it's just... I feel like if I'm doing the front half Panto Horse thing, do I need to... Or it can be like, legend has it, this Pokemon was created when the front half of a Panto Horse ran away on its own or something. Yeah. Seriously good idea, lumber pulling horse. Oh yeah, horses are fucking massive. I remember my ex was like a horse rider and the horse like reared up and fell on her and I was like, fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ. How have you survived this? Yeah. I feel like conceptually this is pretty good. I'll write down Panto just so I don't forget. Yeah, Panto has to figure out. That is kind of what I was thinking. I feel like if it is Panto Horse, it needs to be Arcos type though. Which means I'll probably go back to Nani and change that. So I had a look at the Nani thing and I'm not entirely sold at it, but again, this is why we're doing passes of this. Anyway. What could be next? I already know it's a 2-stage. And I kind of fucking hate it. Because it's a little bit of a nothing burger, but also not really. Level 50 evolution, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, you might remember in the... Being pure normal is almost funny. I think so, yeah. It just depends on like what lore I do first. Anyway, so... You guys might remember there was Piggin and Ultra Boss, who I was like, this is like Magikarp, but for birds. So then we have these two, which are the stand-in for Magikarp and Gyarados, which are like also Magikarp and Gyarados. And it's a psychic type that evolves into a psychic dragon. Which I believe is a type combo only covered by legendaries. Correct. Yes, it's shoot bubblegum. So the idea is it's like a brain that then like its psychic abilities like build up armor for itself. It might look a bit fucking familiar. This is one I'm not a fan of by any stretch. So this is useless. Literally. And I think it's Groshank it evolves into. The Groshank Redemption. Anyone? Is it fucking spelled Groshank? Yep. Etymology is you and useless. And then it's, according to my own mad ramblings, it's grr, raw, and shank, as in to stab someone. Yeah, it's very Krang. This is just what you did for Brain Dude's Mega. Yeah, so there was an idea. There was an idea when I was doing all these redesigns initially to make these two like a branched evolution from Sidus. But it was like, it's also just still psychic, and there's not really a concept at all. So, I don't know. Is this the original design of your Brain Spider? No. Brain Spider was a whole new thing on its own. Reminds me of a blobfish. Yeah, I can see it. I think it was probably somewhat intentional. But it's just conceptually, its weak thing becomes big, powerful thing. Yeah. Which is, so it's kind of, it is the same concept as Gyarados in that way. Obviously, Gyarados has a lot more to it. These two are now like a bait and switch. So it's like, they're not really like Gyarados compatible anymore. Or like, that's not the intention anyway. It's fucking raw. Yeah, so like, it's like, do I make it like a raw chicken fillet or something? This, I'm wondering, is there anything else I could even replace it with that I already have? It's the only thing I can think of. It's because Tony said it. The brain spider. See, embryos vomiting toilets and brains. Yeah, I was trying to build a human being. So I have to get all the bodily functions in, and then it's like, they're all gonna combine and become a mega life form. When you redesign it, you could make a homunculus. It's part of the brain. Also like a flesh. Is homunculus part of your brain? I guess it is. And also, yeah, and you can Frankenstein the human body region. Oh, that's awful. I'm writing that down. There's so much that is wrong with that. I'm gonna write Pokemon region, because otherwise I'm not gonna know what I mean when I come back to that. Oh, and royalties. Of course. I'll see this in like 10 years and I'll be like, oh my god. Because it's like that, it's like the fucking region in Conquest where it looks like Arceus. Okay, homunculus is a good idea. It's an idea. Which is more than I have. How do you even spell homunculus? When a game of operation goes wrong. Because we could also do like the brain in a jar trope. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot to be done with like brains. Yeah. Do we have like a brain Pokemon? So all I can think of, all that's coming to mind is like Orbeetle, but that like it just has a big head. Goes the whole nervous system. Yeah, I'm thinking of like Neck Punch's psychic electric type, where it's just like a nervous system crawling around. Homunculus is also a term for a tumor that has grown eyes, teeth, and even a brain. Does it have big brains? White Bull has a big cranium. LGMV. No, but like they all have big heads. Is there any that's like actually like indicative of a brain? You know? Because I feel like brain in a jar is like an iconic image. What I'm currently thinking of is it's an Iron Giant. There's a scary movie that Hogarth watches. Can I get a... Oh, it's called Brain Vaders. Brain Vaders. It's either Brain Vaders or Brat Invaders, which is problematic. You know, somebody fucking just put a bunch of the images together. And then the guy like becomes like a big brain monster. Get an image. Fucking watch The Iron Giant if you haven't. It's incredible. I'm not going to be basing this off this completely. I'm just looking for like brain in a jar. And I can't get the exact visuals from that. But like, it's a thing. Oh, do you know, my brother in Christ. I didn't even think about my main man. My main man from my favorite games. There's so much brain shit going on in Ratchet & Clank. Because it's like a scorpion in 3 that has just like a brain for a face. Closest is Solosis. The eyes are connected to the brain, right? You could make it a brain slug. Because it is kind of a slug already, you know? Oh, and like... It's literally like... I don't know if the eyes are connected to the brain, like, specifically. Brain things from TMNT. Brain things. Oh, like Krang. Aliens from Mars attacks. Ice stalks involving optic nerves. See, I don't want it to get too like grim looking. Is the thing. Brainstorm. Who's Brainstorm? It's B2 Brawler, my guy. What if it's a seahorse and hippocampus? Oh, I could also do that, yeah. And I don't think I can show an image of it. So I've seen... So it is like a part of the brain. But there's literally a part of the brain that looks like a seahorse. And that is why it's called the hippocampus. Okay, seahorse I think is a really good idea. And then dragon-type seahorse. We've obviously done it before. And why do we keep doing it? Because we've done it twice in Pokemon? Because it fucking works. There's one of those that showed it. Alright, fuck it, let's show it. Baba Booey. Ew. Okay. It's part of the brain, and seahorses have the exact same name because the thing was named after seahorses. Yeah. I feel like it works. Sorry, I have a Discord notification. Gotta break my neck. Oh, sorry. I just realized I'm taking a break. So I'm doing that now. See what you guys are saying. It's gross, yeah. It's like a xenomorph. It's like part of your brain. Seahorses in mythology are often thought to be baby dragons. Yeah, and like there's a type of seahorse called a sea dragon, and it's why Seadra becomes Kingdra, and it's why Skrelp becomes Dragalge. So I feel like if we were to have another seahorse, it would be psychic, because it's the whole brain connotation, and it hasn't been done in Pokemon, so I feel like that's the best thing we can do. Hippocampus. Sea dragon. Oh, then we can bring in the brain coral. fucking hell. Okay. Brain Carl. Easy fucking easy. Their names are Dragon's Bastard Child. Students of Mythology of Baby Dragons. Oh yeah, of course. Thank you, everybody. Here's the thing about streaming. Because I feel like if I sat down and like just did all the research I could and everything, it's like I would probably come to like a similar conclusion. But it's like doing it this way is so like engaging and fun, and everybody gets to be included, and it's way faster as well. So thank you all for coming along. I really, really enjoy it. That was short. That was way shorter than I was expecting. This one I was thinking I'd be on for a while, but just like maybe like kind of nerves made out of coral or something. And it's not aquatic at all. I feel like you'd find this thing like floating up in mountains or some shit. Maybe it could be aquatic. I don't know. Anyway. What did I see? I saw the jar could be like an egg. Maybe. See, here's the thing. If it's a psychic type in like a bubble, I already have that. Yeah, and this guy actually is an egg now. So I feel like we don't need the jar thing down here anymore. I feel like the connection to the brain is enough. The nerves are like spindly, creepy legs. I don't know if I want to have legs. But they've been made out of coral as well, so like they wouldn't necessarily be flexible, you know. But conceptually, it's there. As you said, it's done. Ship it. Who could be next? Also, this row is not. This row doesn't finish. Hands. I think I'd like it to be somewhere leaning closer to Dragalge. Dragalge kind of has like a funny hat. That's the end of my thought process. Like, there's no way that's a reference to like the brain, is there? Yeah, no. Okay. It just does have like a big pink head crest, so I was like, Carl could be like an exoskeleton. Yeah, like, I'll figure it out as I go. I don't think I need like the jar imagery. I feel like the jar imagery was for if it was a brain, but now it's a seahorse. And a seahorse in a jar isn't really like a iconic visual. Yeah. Anyway, who's next? Oh, fuck my... Oh, God. This one is one of my least favorites, and I think I already know what I'm going to do. Jesus Christ. This one is one of the ones where it's like, I just don't want to show you guys. But it's not like... It's nothing bad. It's just really shit. And it's going to be like, what was the concept for this again? And it's like, he's behind me, isn't he? And it's like... it's nothing. It is genuinely fucking nothing. This is Blippo, who is one of the worst things I've ever made. Oh, I need to get the fucking entry up for this. Whatever the fuck I wrote about it. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is only how this Fakemon appears in battle. Like Xerneas, it has a neutral form. Let's get the name. Blippo's snout can swell up like a balloon, bringing forth the intimidating pattern around its mouth, similar to Masquerain. It has 2 glowing red orbs in its nostrils. So it's a hippo with a whale pattern. But its eyes are back here, and this is all its snout. And it has like a hula skirt because it's a grass flying type. What is this? God, Xerneas is a form change. I don't even know why it's a thing. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, I want to look at my Xerneas, and it's like, no, it's just all blue. This is Lapras. Probably. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. So it's an inflatable hippo. Don't ask me why it's a hippo. You know, it's like anything. So consider this sacrilegious. I already have something to replace this with. It is a Fakemon of my own design, so I don't feel too bad. It has 2 forms, so it's still in line with this. This one's a nose. The body region continues. I did the world a service. I hate it so much. It's so fucking stupid. Okay. I can't look at it, but I have to. Okay, so we're gonna go into DeviantArt. We're going to do the gallery. And there's 2 things I need to find. But I have basically redesigned this Pokemon already. Because it's a blimp. It's an animal that becomes a blimp. Is the concept. Why is it grass type? Nobody knows. Yeah, it's not going to be after this. That's a fucking big boy. This is Zephyblian, whose name might be a bit of a mouthful. But it's a frog that can blow itself up and flip upside down and start flying. And for reference, there it is when it's not blown all up. And if anybody is gonna fucking get on my ass and be like, redesign the hippo, I'm gonna say, redesign it yourself! Okay, let's see. I extended all my windows. Imagine the special attack animation as it's sneezing. Yeah, it's just like, what is it? What? It has red orbs in its nostrils because I wanted fucking red pupils on a scary face. It's just... It's nothing. It's nothing. An inflatable nose is way more sus. It's like those trumpet players whose necks expand because they have weak, like, neck muscles. That is a cool concept for a frog. I agree. That's why I did it. So it's like if you wanted to be like... Oh, never flip your drawings, kids. Ugh. Do we have a blimp Pokemon? Wailord. Okay. Never mind. Me when I'm in a best frog competition, my opponent is DVS's frogs. Drifloon. Drifloon, I guess. Like, it's in the name, but it's a balloon. It's not like blimp shaped, you know? But Wailord is like the blimp Pokemon. So yeah. Goodbye. I could not even care, even a little bit. Frog with red eyes looks high as a blimp. Exactly. Crazy shit. Okay. This one is interesting because it's... Wow. This is... And I believe I'm spelling this right. Gelaton. Maybe there's only one N. I can't remember. Let me check. Let's find the... Yep. And it's a massive slab of jelly. Deal with it is what I wrote. And by jelly, I mean jello for all the Americans. It is the stand-in for Ditto. It's also Fairy Light type. I'm not doing Light type anymore. So I guess it's just Fairy. It's also a food mon, so like makes sense. I guess we could include other things. Why light? Because jelly refracts light. Oh. You ever put jelly in the sunshine and see how it makes patterns? Okay. Let me mute this. Fuck, I just had a concept and it left. Oh yeah. What if Slime Mob? Do we have a slime Pokemon? It's like Reuniclus. Is the only thing I can think of. And when I say slime, I mean like, you know, like the like fantasy enemy. Where you can like see through them. Grimer exists. Guys, you're not getting me. You're not understanding. Like one of these fucking crazy motherfuckers. Where it's like see-through. And it could have like bits of fruit floating in it, not skeletons. Gumi's based on RPG slimes. Is it? I thought Gumi was based on like slugs and the whole like thing in like Renaissance art, or like before Renaissance art, when like slugs were treated as dragons, and that's how it becomes a dragon slug kind of guy. Swallow, technically. Interesting. But there's none that are like see-through. And like jelly. Like what I'm envisioning is kind of like a see-through, just a big blob of jelly. Jello, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The food. The dessert. And then it's like a kind of 2-in-1 where it is a food, but it also likes to eat because it's a slime. And it's like, sometimes their trainers get stuck in it. but it doesn't like dissolve them. Does it need any changes? I think it just doesn't. I think just make it like see-through. Have like bits of like, oh, like berries, of course. It wouldn't be free to be berries. Just no like weird plate. Bottom. Maybe arms, maybe not arms. I think the name even works as well. It's a ton of jelly. And it's like flipping the food. It's in Soviet Russia, food eats you. Yeah. It's very simple, yeah. Make it weight. Oh, exactly. Yeah. This would be like, because D&D slimes are like bigger than a person, obviously, because there's more than one. Oh, I got a dog. Oh no. Dickhead. And its cry is just like, when you send it out. I was gonna say what a fairy normal type with all the food items, and it could be different depending on where you find it, but then alchemy isn't fairy normal. It's just fairy. I was thinking it could have different colors. But they're all like superfluous, like there's no, that doesn't change stats or anything. But then it's kind of like a way to like, I could do like berry lore. No, never mind. But like, yeah, it's purely aesthetic, yeah. And like it's a food. So it's like I feel like it's weird if alchemy is like the only food that. So it's like there could be a red one, a blue one, and a green one for these. Do you get blue jelly a lot? The only two jellies I see are like green and red. I'll have to do jelly research. Shoot jellies? I don't know what that is. Oh. It's like a snail. It's a form for each. Oh, there we go. I think that's what I was trying to say. There we go. Easy peasy. And then I just spicy jelly. Then the berries within it are like berries with those properties as opposed to the colors, if that makes sense. Okay, no, I think it's pretty good. Oh, there he is. Do I make Fig Newton a Discord emoji? Questions for another time. Who's next? Still a few left in this row. Oh, we've made it. We've made it. We've made it. Okay. I already know what I'm doing for this. But feel free to say what you think as I'm going along. Let me just get the DeviantArt post up. So this guy has lore. This is one of the only DeviantArt posts where there's 4 fake men at the same time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So this is a fun concept. The concept is going to change a little bit, but it's still pretty good. Eevee. Yes, this is my Eevee. So, this is Paradile. As in Paradox Crocodile. Its design is ass. I will give you that. Let me get a name up here. Name's gonna change. Everything about this is gonna change, but in a way that keeps it like the same. So this is like my Eevee essentially. However, the evolutions have types that would often contradict each other. So Paradile evolves into... It's a lot of layers here. Paradile evolves into Hydragma when a water stone is used in a volcanic area, e.g. Stark Mountain, Mount Chimney. Paradile evolves into Elakirth when a thunderstone is used in a cave. And Paradile evolves into Searoot when a firestone is used in a forest. So I think the only one of these type combos that existed was Electric Ground with Stunfisk. And X and Y had just come out. So I didn't know like Volcanion was a thing. These fellas, they are quirky. I will give them that. Right now it's bothering me the two of them are Breath Fire. Exactly. That did annoy me. As a kid. Or as a... I was an adult, technically. When I got into these guys. I'm saying this, but it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's just not... It's not anything, really. You know, because... It's like... What really decides if a... What really decides if a Pokemon type is contradictory to another one, you know? So it's Hydragma. This is also another design with open electricity on it, but you just can't see it because the background is also yellow. But between these, there's like zaps. Because I was like, it's electric type, it needs to look like electric. I believe this is spelled like S-I-E-R-U-T-E. Instead of just like... Oh, I think I didn't want to do like Sear, because then it looked like C, and then it was kind of confusing. You could have grass fire type? Yeah, but it's like... It's a big nothing burger, really. Shit, I completely forgot. Oh my god, okay. Because the other day when I was saying I had a grass fire type, I completely forgot Searoot existed. Want to spare poison? Yeah, it's a lot of like, what if any of them were anything, you know? Because it's like, realistically, the counter type to ground is flying, you know? And then it's like, the opposite of fire is also ice. Yeah, there's just loads of non-paradox. Like, it's a bit confusing. So I've had an idea. And it is the best idea of my whole life. That's not quite true. So, I think one of the first forays I can remember Loxton doing into Fakemon. So he made a video about like a lizard Eevee. And I was like, oh, I have a lizard Eevee. And the designs in that video are absolutely hot garbage. They are literally just illustrations of lizards. And I think he knows that. But it was more like a conceptual video. So I have a concept here that combines two gimmicks. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. So we're like, okay. Eevee but I am a reptile. Easy peasy. Okay? So I think first off what we can do is all of Eevee's evolutions are based off the special types in Gen 1. Or like Gens 1 to 3. Because there's like before the physical special split, they were all just, each type was like all special attack or all physical attack. And all of Eevee's evolutions are just physical. No, they're special, fuck. So I'm thinking we could do another type trio here. But for all of the... Wait, did I fuck this up already? I did. Okay, never mind. I forgot that Sylveon exists. Okay, never mind what I just fucking said. I think what it ended up was I was thinking of like a type trio that is like a circle. So you'd have like fairy, fighting, and steel. These could be any 3 types. So you could also do like rock, fighting, flying. I think is the... Is rock, fighting, flying like the actual only other type that works as like the starter type trio? Because I could do that as well. Why is Fig Newton here? Buddy, I need you to... You're in the way now. What are you doing here? They're all physical types too. Yeah, so like some sort of type triangles. So you could do like fairy, rock, flying, fighting. But fighting's already there. You can do rock, fighting, steel, or rock, ground, steel, or anything. Okay. So, I'm just writing or here so people don't think it's like, oh, it's a fairy rock type. There exists a Pokemon that has a unique gimmick that I'm genuinely fucking surprised has never been done before. Or done since, I should say. Because whereas Eevee is a mammal, these are reptiles. And what is something that reptiles do that mammals don't? And it's not lay eggs. They have funny tongues. They shed their skin. So I'm like, what if we combine Eevee and Shedinja, where if you do evolution, maybe same principle where you have an empty slot in your party, you get Rock Ghost. Or Fighting Ghost. Or Flying Ghost. Skin becomes another Pokemon. Exactly. So I'm thinking these are all 3 unique. So like this is 1 Pokemon, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then this is 5. But this one just has forms. Because it's just like an elemental skin, if that makes sense. It's like the leftover Paradile skin. So it's like it kind of differentiates it from just being Eevee again. Because it's using the actual animal that it is now. Make it a sense? I have so many fucking DeviantArt tabs open. I need to I can't even see half my windows there. Okay, I'm gonna do a wrist stretch. Oh. Ooh. You had 4 lines in one deck, so that shit interesting. It's a cool gimmick. And I don't know if, like... I don't think this shed skin would have, like, Wonder Guard or anything. Because I feel like that's Shedinja's thing, yeah? Oh, shit. Whoa! Sorry. Shark, I've just looked in the DeviantArt, or the DeviantArt, the Discord. Oh, Sea Dragon too with the Prio, or the Priva. So many cool things here. Oh, I see the Rafflesia concepts. Oh, that's so spooky. Yeah, so I think I just think like there's no room to expand Paradile as well, is the thing. If I did want to turn it into an Eevee, because it's like all the types need to be opposites, and it's like, okay, that's like 4 possibilities. It's like you have normal ghost, water, fire, fire, grass, fire, ice. I don't think fire, grass is paradoxical. I think fire, ice is paradoxical. Then flying ground, and it's like dark fighting, I guess, because it's like your hero evil type, I guess. Anyway. I feel this is the concept I'm probably going to go for. Because I'm going to say it as it is. The evolutions are fun conceptually, but like beyond that, they're kind of a little bit boring. So I'm not really gonna worry about like, oh, this one's based on the thing and it's blah, 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 blah. And lizards are everywhere. So like, I feel like it makes more sense for a lizard than like a fox. Yeah. Anyway, who's next? I want to say it's Nokomon. In fact, I know it's Nokomon, and I don't want to look at Nokomon. I need to find out where Splouter and Shatter live. Okay, they're in there. Because they're in the way. Flareon is more just Eevee, exactly. Okay. Baba Booey. Let's go back to DeviantArt. 137. And it says, this fake man is so phony. And then it says, sorry. Because lo and behold, I was making a pun. It's a fucking Nokia Scorpion. But why is it a Nokia? Wait a fuck. Isn't Nokamon the name of the AI Pokemon generator? Oh, my mistake. There were two N's. It's one letter off. It's indestructible. Yeah, so I think my friend, who's the same guy that Jerby was based off of, was like, you should make a Nokia Pokemon. Or Fake Man, and I was like, fuck it. Why is it a scorpion? AI is ripping me off too. I mean, AI is ripping everybody off. I think that's the problem. But it's like... I'm almost tempted to do a Blighty with this and make, like, the Nokia, like, a fossil from a bygone era. But it just survived because it's indestructible. Like, some sort of, like, I make it a satellite phone or something. Because honestly, I don't really have a... It has Shindigi's ability, but no weakness. Oh, I feel like you're behind... Oh, you mean this thing is Shedinja's ability. It has Wonder Guard and it's electric type, so it can only be hit by ground moves. A weird phone Glyptodon? Why a Glyptodon? Oh, just because like the shell and the armor. Ancient technology. Oh, so could it be like a phone made out of like sticks and stones? That's just like scratched on it like cave marking, like caveman markings or something. I'm gonna say fossil? Question mark. Because Gen 1 had three fossils. And interestingly, this deck's only has 2. Because I changed Aerodactyl. I'm sure, anyway. Diplin, he is perfect, but he is irrelevant to the stream. But I too have a shiny Diplin. But honestly, I kind of prefer the red. I feel like it contrasts to the green better. What if it was a tablet, but also a tablet? Ooh. Okay. Let's do tablet. I feel like Scorpion is nothing for this. We don't need to worry about Scorpion. It sends signals to rock vibrations. Rock vibrations. Let's say phone inspo. Vibrations. Is that a thing? I don't know if rock vibrations. So I feel like if a rock vibrates, it's just gonna shatter. You can have the echo if you're in a cave. Advanced ancient lost civilization thing. I feel like I have that already though, is the thing. I feel like I did that for these guys. Maybe I definitely did Lost Civilization for something. I obviously can't remember because we're like 130 something deep. Echolocation. Dare I say it, Douglas? Guys. This could be a bit fucky. Just bear with me. I might be cooking. I might not. Because honestly, we don't know how many times this has happened. I'm going to mute the opacity a bit. Oh, Photoshop, you're really busting my balls. Okay. Blood is about to waffle. I went down to pub in London. Alright. Phone. Okay. If we're just going along the route of like ancient phone. Is anybody picking up on what I am putting down? So here's the thing. In the lore, ancient phones are canon. And we don't know if I forget what the protagonists of PLA are called. I think the girl is called Ray. It's fucking Lucas and Dawn. They're gonna stay in the past. I assume they don't get sent back to the future. Spoilers for PLA, by the way, in case you haven't played a year-old game. Sorry, an nearly 2-year-old game. Raina Kari, that's it. Their phone gets transformed into the Arc phone. They will eventually die, but the phone's not gonna die. So I'm like, this could be like a one-off encounter. But it could also be like completely like stony and like worn and like, yeah. There's no way this fucking song is playing. I haven't heard this in years. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I know what this is from. It's from that stupid fucking game that they didn't know. Oh, what the hell is the game? You play as a detective and it's like, it's meant to be scary, but it's so like not. They've charger cables like that because if they don't, the phone might die. Well, it's also like a god phone, so I feel like this might be the way to go. And you know what? If you look at this from the right angle, it's kind of a scorpion. So I could make it a scorpion still, where it's like the scorpions find the phone and then they evolve into it. This is really a weird circular coincidence. Hmm. And then it's like, oh, well, why is this in Ripash and not Sinnoh? And it's like continental drift or some shit. I don't know. There's no reason to believe that a faller, I think they're, when somebody's torn out of time, couldn't have appeared in Pokemon Ripash Legends. Pokemon Legends chatter. Since survived by a ghost type Pokemon, this is one. I don't think it needs to be ghost type. Because, like, it's the God phone. It's how Arceus communicates with you. Pokemon Legends Fig Newton. Oh, of course. Of course. Megan chatters, jeez. I feel like this has to be it. Because I think the Arc phone is like the most important phone, or like the most iconic phone in Pokemon. I really hate it when Scarlet and Violet, it's like, oh, your Pokedex is just an app on your phone. I'm like, that's so boring. Give me the Pokedex. Yeah. Oras did it the best, where they made the Pokedex a Game Boy Advance, and then they made the Pokenav a Game Boy Advance SP. Absolutely big brain moves. Okay, how many do we have left in this row? 4. And I know exactly what they are. Because we already talked about them. You're going to do them 2 at a time. No, I'll show all 4 first. Because they are kind of related. One has a potential for a new type combo as well. In thinking about it. Ooh, baby, a trip. Woo! Okay. I'm sorry, are we all okay with me just using the Arc phone, by the way? Like, because I don't think I'm going to get a better idea than that. Yes, okay. Just immediate yeses. Coolly. Like, it could even be like a stone shaped like the Arc phone. Yeah. But I feel like making it the Arc phone is like... Duh. Anyway. We'll do all 4 of these at once. They're 2 different lines, but you'll know why immediately. Regent's whole thing is not following rules. Yeah, I'm trying to follow some rules with it, but... it's fun. Anyway. These are the last of this row. I think I might not show off the last row. Because there's only like... it's all like the legendaries. I might do the pseudo-legendaries. Depending on our feeling. And this is... or I might do the legendaries. I don't know. We'll see. Depends what you guys want. So... these are the fossils. 2-stage, like most fossils were. Or all the fossils were, except Aerodactyl, up until the Galar Abominations, as they're known. I love them, but they are abominations. So, from memory, this is Crestcreech, who evolves into Chrysonorus, because it's 10 characters. And this is Hatchlight, which evolves into... forgetting the names of my own babies. Lustratlus, which I think is a pretty dope name. Already done the diseases. I'm way past the diseases. I'm way past the diseases. So, what's the story in Balamori? Let me get these up. Let's see what I have to say about them. So first things first, these were taking advantage of the 2 new types. So first fossil is rock and sound, which is why he's screaming. And second one is rock and light. So for the first, yeah, let's do them one at a time. I think it's going to be easier. I can kind of explain what's going on. I was a big dinosaur child. Big paleo dickhead. So, I said there's actually no excuse as to why this has been so late. I literally procrastinated to infinity. But hey, I'm back. By the way, this is my first fossil Pokemon. And it's Crest Screech, which is Crest and Screech, and Crest and Sonorous for Chrysonorous, or whatever the fuck we want to call it. Their entire concept is types existing. Wrong. But thank you for making the assumption. The concept is that a Parasaurolophus is a dinosaur, which is theorized that this horn was hollow, and it's how they made their fucking sounds. Parasaurolophus. Let's get a image. This Brody. I'm still cool. I don't hate Chrysonorous. Probably loved it when I made it. So I'm thinking this is very, like, just make it, like, musical, you know? Let me move this up. He's playing the trumpet. Okay. So I think for this, I don't know if rock is still like a rule, because the only reason the Galar fossils aren't rock is because Pokemon can't have 3 types, whereas these are very like traditional fossils. If that makes sense. And because sound isn't a thing anymore, I think these guys are either rock or rock normal. Which, as Andrea said at the exact same time, is also an unused type combo, which I do not have in this deck already. Oh, YouTube, did you just fuck? Are you gonna ask me if I'm still watching? Yes, it's fucking music. Jesus Christ, it's the most annoying thing. It's like if YouTube's on and I'm not watching it, my computer will go to sleep. You know, if I'm not using my computer, it'll go to sleep on its own. Don't warn me, you know? I'm not using any more resources by having the video playing or not. It's music. Okay. So I'm thinking all that literally needs to be done to this is just make it more musical. Like, obviously, the kind of easy thing I can think to do is, like, give it a bone and have it, like, play the xylophone, but I'm like, that's too, if it's holding a bone, it's too Cubone. Yeah. But, like, even, like, it's... The horn on the second one could be, like... You know, like... feel like these are fine. I feel like both the fossils are fine. Xylobone. I feel they're just, and I feel like this guy can be really goofy. Because Parasaurolophus are herbivores. So he's like, and then if like if a predator comes along, it's like the kid train horn meme where it's like, like it just blows them away, you know. Like I think conceptually, they're there, yeah. First stage, I feel like is just gonna be. I feel like this might be a little bit gets bigger. Or like its head could be like a. Twice the answer to Peanuts. I have a confession, everybody. I've never watched Peanuts. It just wasn't a thing that was on when I was young. But the parents sound like wah 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 wah. If I'm correct. Hand took Cardor horn Cardor horn. I don't know. I almost don't know, like Unga Bunga. I guess I just need to look into like caveman music or like musical dinosaurs or stuff like that. They're all trumpets. So we could even like, you know, give him like a jazzy like bunch of feathers, you know. So have we had like a goofy fossil? I feel like Amaster and Ammonite are pretty goofy, and then like Lilleep. I always found like Lilleep and Cradley more like spooky than they are goofy. I was also fooled by Cradley's fake face for like way too long. So I've just realized that the JJ is still enormous. So I'm gonna shrink him down a little bit. I'm so tempted to turn JJ into a looping video where he's just rocking back and forth slightly. Okay, he's gonna fade. He's gonna shrink very slowly. Yeah, like I can't really think of anything else that I would do to these. I will say that I understood what I was going for with this thing here. It's like a music note, but I'm like, this just isn't. This isn't it. No. Yes. I can imagine like holding its breath and like blowing up its cheeks, and it's just like, like. I think we're good. I think we're very, very good. And then Hatchlight and Lestratlas. What comes after them? Oh, my ordering for this dex is all messed up. Let me see. Then it's the legendaries. And then it's like a one-off stage. And then it's the pseudos. And then it's the legendaries again. That last line is a mess. We might look at it next time. Depending on how I'm feeling. Or if I even want to show it off. And I might. Let's see how I'm feeling. Ugh. Okay. Breaky neck time. How's everybody doing though? You all good? I'm not waiting for an answer, by the way. I'm just looking at stuff in case you were like, oh shit, he's not going to talk until I type. So then I wrote for Hatchlight and Lestratus. Oh my god. So I said 2 at once. Because I think I posted both fossils on the same day. And then I wrote, oh my god, what the fuck, BBQ. Which is such a 2000s thing. And then I said, this is the second fossil Pokemon boss. So Hatchlight is Hatchling plus Light. This is going to evolve into a Light type. And then Lustratus is Lustrous plus Quetzalcoatlus. Which is the largest flying creature that's ever existed. For the second fossil, you can make their wing patterns be shaped like shooting stars to represent the meteor that got cooked with dinosaurs. Yes, so there was an idea to... I think I was redoing this dex. And it was like... I think I was going to make Lustratus a legendary. So I do have a design for it. Where... Because it was going to be like... What if we got light and sound legendaries? So it was like Lustratus was the light one, and then there was like a big fucking space whale was the sound one. Even though there's no sound in space. So whatever. Got a dip. Interesting. No worries, thank you for all your help. I just needed to make sure that it wasn't like 5 AM. At home. The apparent cosmic theme suggests it could be fairy types. That's what I was thinking, because I was like, I don't want them to be rock psychic. But I had an idea where, and I haven't drawn this in years, so you'll have to bear with me. It's like the head would look like this. And then the wings could like fold together. I think I'm doing this correctly. So also if it's a rock type, all of these spikes are still like justified. Convention to go to in the morning. I wish I could go to bed at 8 o'clock. Or before 9. It's all about willpower anyway. Oh, and then the... It's like a star. Because I did redesign this guy as a legendary, so that's kind of why there's this... Did he become Solrock? Not necessarily. So let's say this is like a kind of folded up form. Evol's cocoon. It's not a cocoon. So imagine like its body is behind this. Yeah. It's able to like tuck its whole front half into like this big sun disk. Yeah. Like it is a holdover from when I made it a legendary, but I'm like, it's such a fun design that I kind of want to keep it. Yeah. Because it wouldn't necessarily fly. I mean, it could. Could always give it levitate. But it's like, does fairy still work for that? Or is it a psychic thing? Let's see it being fairy. I just think, like, I'm trying to keep, like, the connotations that were there, where it's like, this is sound, and this is light, and it's like, oh, it's literally the sun. Ooh, electric! Isn't a bad shout. And then it can be like, oh, is this, like, some weird ancient ancestor to Heliolisk? Kind of like people are like, oh, is Ammonite an ancestor to Gastrodon? Or Kabutops with Scyther. Yeah. I feel like I like electric more than I like fairy, but we have a rock electric as well. Here's the thing: we have a rock, we have a rock electric, we have a rock psychic. We don't have rock fairy, and it's also a type that doesn't exist. Is Arctozolt a Pikachu ancestor? It was Dracozolt. Hey, do be having red cheeks. I never noticed that before. That's very fucking interesting. Who knew? And then baby is just baby. I can feel burnout has arrived. Because in my brain I was like, will I do the next row? And I was like, no, we keep it at one row at a time for a reason. And technically it was a row plus two more. Because there were these guys up here. So, but technically it was a full row. Because these two are missing. These two were there. So, easy peasy. Do I care about type overlap? Is the thing. Or no? I don't think I have to. Because, I mean, like, Gen 1 had, like, 3 grass poison lines. And a bajillion water types. It had 3 water ice types. Maybe 4. 2 water psychics. 2 bug poisons, 2 bug flyings. Maybe more bug flyings. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about type overlap. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking electric, though. For sure. I just make this small. I don't really have an idea for that. Yeah, I think that's good for today. What do we do? We looked at Ibukagem, Valadary, and Fernaboyle, who are all going to become 2 Pokemon. A first stage that is malleable, and a second stage who slots into that. Cosmic Quattle. Pretty good. I do like Lustratlus as a name. I think it still works. Then we have Manly Bird. Going to become a seed dispenser type deal, type beat. Shark's art, though, was really, really good. So I might be tempted. We don't know. Then we have the Reverse Centaur. This thing doesn't have a name as well. But also neither does the Cloud guy. Who is some sort of Reverse Centaur. Then we have Useless and Grawshank. Who are now a Brain Seahorse. Turns into a Brain Sea Dragon. Which makes sense because seahorses, hippocampus, brain, they look the exact same. Blah blah blah. Blippo is a blimp animal. Zephyblian is also a blimp animal. They're both green and they're both part flying. Oh, Zephyblian is steel as well, if I didn't mention. And in its grounded form, it's just steel. So, easy peasy. Gelaton is a ton of jelly. Paradile is a Eevee Shedinja combo. Wombo combo. Nokamon is the Arceus phone. I want to cry. And then the fossils are sound and light. On, I was going to say dinosaurs, but these aren't dinosaurs. They're pterosaurs. These are dinosaurs, though. Anyway. That has definitely been a time. For sure. Let's turn everybody back on. Is that everyone? And let's condense all of these into 8. Bro. Reference. Yeah, so this is where I made a mistake. Let's just clean this up. Try and fit everything in the same place. This music's so funky. There we go. And Fig Newton is down there as usual. So now what I can do is I'm going to separate Fig Newton, put him on his own layer. Fig Newton. Put you down here. So you can go here. Because the next row is literally just up until it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only 10 Pokemon, which is really insane. So I think I will do that on stream. Try and get ideas, but you know. It's gonna be difficult. For sure. Because there's like 6 legendaries. So yeah. I think we got 10 left. I know. We made it to 141. Who would have thunk it? Anyway. I need to go do shit. So I have a lot of fake mon to keep doing. So we're just gonna say goodbye.
Could you pay me in advance? Could you pay me in advance? Could you pay me in advance? Could you pay me in advance?